I've been working with the ultra high net worth for nearly 2 decades. And in 2018, we were approached by a private space company who said, "Hey, we hear you work with the ultra high net worth. We'd love some assistance in promoting these missions to the International Space Station." And 2 years later, we were able to bring them a paying client, which is how Space VIP started. I mean, I realized fairly early on that all anyone could focus on is billionaire goes to space, 50 million to go to space. And the landscape of new space, which is what this industry is called, is quite vast. And there's so many incredible opportunities up there that do not cost $50 million and that are affordable, quote unquote. Yes, they're still expensive, but you can do space related things for five or $10,000, which is in effect why we started Space VIP, to inspire and to educate the public about all of the incredible opportunities out there. I think it's important for everyone to understand the results of going to space. Just the fact that you and I are having this conversation is a result of technology that was created for space. And a lot of people fail to recognize that. And I think the more people know all of the advancements that they're enjoying in their daily lives that come from space, the more open they'll be. And there won't be any of this negative rhetoric that you're seeing in the news saying, "Oh, billionaire goes to space, but I can't feed my kids." So universal space literacy means exactly that. People need to know that fundamental disease research, such as cancer or Parkinson's, is happening up there. Drug development, MRI and CAT scan technology research, 3D organic printing. If you're talking about farming and improving food production, the satellite imagery can actually tell a crop yield on a pixel by pixel basis, enabling farmers to better decide when to add water or fertilizer or when to harvest. So space technology and the work that can only be done in space can and will have a direct effect on improving life on this planet. And it's imperative that the public start to understand this. And listen, everyone's entitled to their opinions, but I think if they're better informed, those will be curtailed and hopefully shift to a more positive understanding and a greater engagement.
I know one of the things that you and your company provide is where you can experience no gravity.
Yes, absolutely. We work closely with Zero Gravity. They're an incredible company. And one of the offerings that I mentioned to you that are not $50 million and are more affordable, a Zero Gravity ticket costs about $7,500 per person. It's about a half-day experience. And you get to go on a converted 727 that flies parabolas. They're basically aeronautical maneuvers that replicate a lunar and Martian surface, as well as a zero gravity environment. I actually did that about a month and a half ago, and it's tremendous.
I'd be remiss if I didn't touch on the Pentagon has recently released video footage of UFOs. So what is your thoughts on extraterrestrial life and these UFO footages that are now on the Pentagon website and all of that?
Honestly, I've always thought that UFOs existed. We can't possibly be the only intelligent species in this whole massive universe. I mean, it would be so selfish and self-centered to think that we're the best thing since sliced bread. I think those little droplets in the media is maybe the government presenting it to us in small, palatable bites to get us ready for the actual announcement saying, "Hey, we're telling you what a lot of you have already known, and that's the fact that UFOs exist." So I don't really buy into conspiracy theories or any things like that, but it seems quite obvious to me, and I'd like to consider myself a fairly objective individual. You know, what would happen if the government said UFOs exist? Is it going to be worldwide panic? But in actuality, I don't know if there's anything to be concerned about. Listen, if they come through and like in Independence, they want to wipe us out, then that's what's going to happen. We'll use all the rockets and nuclear weapons that we have and try to fight them. But at the end of the day, it is what it is. So I think it's incumbent upon us to be to be objective, to be fluid and process things as they come versus panicking and living in the what if.